Hey there, Globetrotters, ready to feast your eyes on some of the most stunning cities our planet has to offer? Buckle up because we're about to take a whirlwind tour of the top 10 most beautiful cities in the world. We're talking breathtaking architecture, stunning landscapes, and cities that are so picturesque you'll swear you've stepped into a postcard. So grab your passports, or, just your imagination, and get ready to be amazed. Let's dive right in. First up, we're jetting off to the City of Lights, Paris. From the iconic Eiffel Tower to the charming streets of Montmartre, Paris is a feast for the eyes. Imagine strolling along the Seine, a baguette tucked under your arm as you soak in the sights and sounds of this magical city. And don't even get me started on the food. Croissants so flaky they melt in your mouth, macarons that are practically too pretty to eat, and let's not forget the wine. Paris is a city that seduces all your senses. It's in the air, in the cobblestone streets, in the way people say bonjour with a twinkle in their eye. Paris, you're a dream come true, even if you did steal my heart and my wallet the first time I visited. Next stop, we're hopping on a gondola and gliding through the canals of Venice. This city is like something straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine a city built on water where the streets are canals and the buildings seem to rise right out of the water. And the best way to experience it, by gondola, of course. You'll glide under bridges, past colourful houses, and maybe even spot a few pigeons fighting over a stray piece of pizza. And speaking of food, have you ever had real Italian gelato? Let me tell you, it's a religious experience. Find a gelateria, order a scoop or three of your favourite flavours, and prepare to be amazed. Venice, you're a floating masterpiece, a city that proves romance isn't dead, it's just sailing on a gondola. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're whisking away to Kyoto, Japan. This city is a mesmerizing blend of ancient traditions and modern marvels. Get ready to say konnichiwa to serene temples, stunning gardens, and maybe even a geisha or two. Imagine wandering through bamboo forests, the sunlight filtering through the leaves as you stumble upon hidden temples and shrines. Kyoto is a city that nourishes the soul and inspires the imagination. And speaking of imagination, let's talk about the gardens. Think bonsai trees, koi ponds, and zen gardens that will rake your stress away, pun intended. And don't even get me started on the tea ceremony. It's a beautiful and intricate tradition that will leave you feeling centered and calm. Kyoto, you're a tranquil escape. A city that proves beauty can be found in the simplest things, like a perfectly raked Zen garden. Get ready to samba because we're heading to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This city is a vibrant explosion of color, music, and energy. From the iconic Christ, the Redeemer statue, to the beaches of Copacabana and Ipanema, Rio is a feast for the senses. Imagine yourself lounging on the beach, the sun on your skin, a caipirinha in hand, as the sounds of samba fill the air. Rio is a city that knows how to party, and everyone's invited. And speaking of parties, let's talk about Carnival. It's the biggest party on earth, and Rio is the place to be. But Rio isn't just about beaches and parties. It's also a city of stunning natural beauty. Take a cable car up to Sugarloaf Mountain for breathtaking views of the city and Guanabara Bay. Rio, you're a vibrant tapestry of culture, nature, and pure joy. Pack your glass slippers and your best crown because we're off to Prague, Czech Republic. This city is like stepping into a real-life fairy tale, complete with castles and cobblestone streets. Imagine yourself wandering through Old Town Square, surrounded by colourful buildings, astronomical clocks, and the scent of Trdelnik, a chimney cake that's as delicious as it sounds, filling the air. Prague is a city that will transport you back in time. And speaking of time, make sure to check out the astronomical clock. It's been ticking for over 600 years and puts on a little show every hour. But Prague isn't just about history and architecture. It's also a city with a vibrant arts and culture scene. Prague, you're a magical city that captures the heart and imagination. Get ready for some epic scenery because we're heading to Cape Town, South Africa. This city is a nature lover's paradise where majestic mountains meet the sparkling ocean. From Table Mountain to the Cape of Good Hope, prepare to be wowed. Imagine yourself hiking up Table Mountain or taking the cable car, no judgment here. The wind in your hair as you soak in panoramic views of the city, the ocean, and beyond. Cape Town is a city that will take your breath away. And speaking of breathtaking, let's talk about the beaches. From the iconic boulders of Boulders Beach, home to a colony of African penguins, to the surfer's paradise of Muizenberg Beach, Cape Town has a beach for everyone. And no trip to Cape Town is complete without a visit to the Cape of Good Hope, where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet. Cape Town, you're a city that effortlessly blends natural beauty with urban cool. Hola from Barcelona, Spain. This city is a vibrant tapestry of art, architecture, and delicious tapas. From the whimsical creations of Antoni Gaudi to the bustling La Boqueria market, Barcelona is a feast for the senses. Imagine yourself strolling down Las Ramblas, the city's most famous street, as you soak in the sights, sounds, and smells of this captivating city. And speaking of captivating, let's talk about Gaudi. His architectural masterpieces are scattered throughout the city, each one more whimsical and awe-inspiring than the last. From the Sagrada Familia to Park Güell, Gaudi's creations will leave you speechless. Explore the Gothic Quarter, get lost in the labyrinthine streets, and soak in the atmosphere of this ancient city. Barcelona, you're a city that bursts with life, creativity, and a passion for all things delicious. Merhaba from Istanbul, Turkey. This city is a fascinating blend of East meets West, where ancient history collides with modern life. From the iconic Hagia Sophia to the bustling Grand Bazaar, Istanbul is a city that will captivate your senses. Imagine yourself sipping Turkish coffee in a traditional cafe, the aroma filling the air as you listen to the call to prayer echoing from a nearby mosque. Istanbul is a city where ancient traditions are still very much alive. And speaking of ancient, let's talk about the Hagia Sophia. This architectural marvel has served as a church, a mosque, and now a museum, and its history is as rich and complex as the city itself. But Istanbul isn't just about history, it's also a city with a vibrant modern side. Istanbul, you're a city that bridges continents and cultures, a place where history comes alive and the possibilities are endless. Good day from Sydney, Australia. This city is a dazzling blend of iconic landmarks, stunning harbour views, and laid-back Aussie charm. From the Sydney Opera House to Bondi Beach, Sydney is a city that knows how to make a splash. Imagine yourself strolling along Circular Quay, the sun glinting off the harbour as you admire the iconic sails of the Sydney Opera House. And speaking of iconic, let's talk about Bondi Beach. This world-famous beach is a surfer's paradise and a great place to soak up the sun, sand, and Aussie vibes. But Sydney isn't just about landmarks and beaches. It's also a city with a thriving arts and culture scene. Sydney, you're a city that effortlessly blends urban cool with natural beauty. Kalimera from Santorini, Greece. This island is a breathtaking vision of whitewashed houses, blue-domed churches, and stunning sunsets over the Aegean Sea. Get ready for some serious wanderlust, because Santorini is the stuff that dreams are made of. Imagine yourself strolling through the narrow streets of Oia, the sun warming your skin as you admire the iconic blue and white architecture. And speaking of dreams, let's talk about those sunsets. Santorini is famous for its breathtaking sunsets, and for good reason. As the sun dips below the horizon, the sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colors, casting a magical glow over the island. But Santorini isn't just about pretty views, it's also an island with a rich history and culture. Santorini, you're a breathtaking island that captures the heart and soul. And there you have it, folks! The top 10 most beautiful cities in the world. From the romantic streets of Paris to the sun-kissed beaches of Rio, we've explored some of the most stunning destinations our planet has to offer. Until next time, keep exploring.